starting the stream, guys.
Okay. Yeah, it started. Five waiting. Cool. Now, Jake, is there a link on your page that shows us what the YouTube link is?
Yeah, I already put that in the chat an hour ago, and it's linked in the course.
Okay, I see. Cool.
I don't know if we're getting audio though.
Go ahead and turn the audio off or unmute for a second and we can check it. I'm going to switch over my headset too.
According to this, it is getting the audio, but I'm just not hearing it on the stream.
Logitech. Make this. Settings. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
I think we're getting it now.
Cool.
Just waiting to make sure. Did you demute it or is it?
No, we're still unmuted.
It's very low.
Try it now.
Yeah, that was better. Let me refresh something real quick. Yeah, that's working.
All right, folks, we're just doing a quick audio test. And we will get started at the top of the hour here. So we got about 5 minutes, but we will go live in a little, like I said, in 5 minutes. If you can, if anyone just want to fill out the form and say you can hear us, give us any feedback on the audio quality, and want to leave us any comments, just j.mp/itpd office hours, and we will get started soon.
Okay, I think I'm good now.
Thank you, Melody. Glad to hear the audio is working. And like I said, we'll start in a few minutes.
And have you unmuted us?
Just did. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Canvas admin office hours for November 24th, 2 days before Thanksgiving. Happy to see you all joining us today or watching the recording while you're stuffed with turkey and sleeping it off. This will be engaging though. You won't fall asleep while watching us, I'm sure. Anyway, so we're just gonna wait a few more minutes as people join up, but you can see our agenda here and some
But I picked good
questions.
memes today
Yes,
too.
you really did pick some great
I'm
memes.
excited because my wife I love. Have you ever had like the Dutch apple pie, but the cherry version? It's got the crumble on top.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She got one of those, so I'm excited. So, and the turkeys were for you because you're tofurkey.
I Tofurkey's not worth it in my mind. I've yet to find a Tofurkey that was worth buying. If someone has any recommendations for vegetarian turkey substitute, please let us know. But yeah, that and any attempt to make vegetarian things taste like animal protein ends up tasting like disappointment. I would rather just taste like vegetables in my like vegetable protein is delicious. I don't need it to taste like meat, but that's just
So
me.
there's going to be a point where I'm going to have something I'm gonna like. This tastes like disappointment. Now I know.
That's exactly it.
I will say that one thing about this time of year does make you think and reflect. You know, and it was something it's been on my mind. Something I'm thankful for, and I don't know how many of you out there know the story, but I've had 4 brain surgeries this year. It's been that kind of year on top of everything else. And just last week, I was cleared by neurosurgery. They've ruled out MS. They said there's no second tumor, and I am extremely thankful for that. Like, my family has been incredible. My wife is my rock. My kids, I'm super proud of how resilient they've been. But then also, the people in this meeting with Amy and Jake and Sagan, they've seen all this firsthand, what's happened, and I wouldn't be here without them. So just thankful, it's a good time to reflect and take in the small things. And I'm thankful for that. So
I'm thankful for you demonstrating just how resilient someone can be. And I'm thankful for your thick skull to be able to accomplish all that you have with all that has happened this year. Indeed.
I was thinking about what's gone on, and the kids have gotten to see how a family handles crisis. And those are lessons you
Indeed.
can't teach, but you go through them. And this is something that will stick with them. So I'm glad, and they've proven how stubborn I can be. And it's a good thing in times. So I
Very good.
think Amy's going to make it over.
She's
She's
busy.
busy.
It's
We
all
didn't
right.
mention, we
I'm
didn't
thankful
mention,
for y'all. I'm here. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're
I am
fine.
thankful for y'all. I am thankful for Canvas. I'm thankful for the opportunity to learn and grow with y'all. So thank you. Sorry, dealing with some
It's all
craziness,
good.
but yes,
It's all good.
thankful.
Go back
and we've
at it.
got,
We got this. We are live
I
streaming without
know.
you supporting us.
I
We're
am so
operating
proud.
without a safety net right now.
Look at
yeah.
this. They're
We
learning
did it.
OBS and streaming all by their little lonesome. They did airport checks all day. Y'all got it. You're
Well,
good.
and Amy, don't forget we have Mr. Zoom or Zoomies with us if we need help.
That's
So
true.
Mr.
That's very
Zoomy.
true.
he's
Yes.
there
Yes. The
lurking.
awesome help desk. Yeah.
All right, so we can go ahead and get started on today's agenda. Reminders, I actually got to add something today to the reminders. So, as usual, make sure you visit canvas.cmslearns.org. Yeah, I got the address right. We've made our updates. Thank you, Becky Lightnin, for some of the new resources. She sent us an email as well, Jake. I forgot to show you of some other resources we can add there as well.
Oh, cool.
Some videos. She does a great job with that for us. So it's been newly updated, trying to get everything on a single page web app for us. The other thing that we added, this is Amy's, is the bit.ly/canvas Google account. It is key sensitive.
CMS.
Thank you.
CMS Google account.
Yeah, it's early. The CMS Google account. This will help with account conflict. This is one of the things when supporting people with Google, we encounter so much where they don't realize when they go to Google Drive that they have signed in a second account and now you've got conflict and they want to fight. And I always picture they're out with little fencing swords fighting each other, not working properly. But these instructions will help you clear that up. What we recommend is having multiple profiles on your account. So if you were to click on the and Jake, it's up to you if you want to do this or not. On your little
I did.
picture in
It's right
Chrome,
there.
I mean, you're going to see a whole list of Google accounts for us. And these instructions built by Amy will help you resolve that, set up multiple profiles. That's how we manage and keep things separate and organized. So please check out those. We've added that to the agenda. Um,
Absolutely.
let's see what's.
Next,
Yep.
the form for our office hours is open 24/7. We had a few questions come in. We'll be able to um, ask some follow-up questions or answer the ones that came in. We've kept those, but just know you can always fill out the form at j.mp/itpd office hours.
Follow up to
Fun
that
fact
form.
for those. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say a follow up to that form. Please do not submit personally identifiable information
Right.
on there.
Right.
We had that happen. Again, we're keeping an eye on it. We won't put it on the air, but please do not put that information there.
Yeah, if you're giving us info about a specific user, that should be a ticket because we can't do answers about a individual live like that. We want to keep our students' information private, and this is a live stream in YouTube. So those just remember don't fill out the form with that kind of info. Submitting Churwell tickets. Make sure you include details such as a direct link to the Canvas course. I should say direct link to Canvas course.
My
Oh,
bad.
and student IDs. So just making sure that you're as specific as possible. Just saying we get tickets from users that will say my my students can't see the assignment, and they have 4 courses that they teach, like Power School created courses, and they're saying my students can't see the assignment. Which one? Which assignment? Which course? Which students? There's a lot of things we have to go through in our heads to try to troubleshoot, and the more details we get, the better, the faster we can resolve it.
Yep.
If you are taking any of our courses, the Canvas Challenge or Google Challenge, please use the PD course support forms for questions about the professional development you are doing in that course. And those links are right in the course.
That reminds me, Jake. I'll send out an email here today in a little bit. If you've taken our courses, make sure you're completing the end of course survey.
Yes.
Inside the course, there's that last quiz, asking for reflection and feedback. I'll send out a reminder today to remind users to do that, and then I'll wait. Early next week, we'll go ahead and push the credit to my talent. So getting ready to do that. Today's date reminded me.
We already have over 1,000 people that have finished, but have not necessarily completed the form to pass that credit back. So
We get those messages. I didn't get credit. Well, finish the last thing for
yeah.
us.
Power School changes to Canvas can take 24 to 72 hours. Is definitely another aspect of that. So if we see your schedule gets adjusted for going back to in-person learning, if those changes happen, it can take a couple days for that info to transfer over. Plus, we're going to say in a moment an announcement that Power School and Canvas aren't talking so well right now. We're working on it, but that's it could take a little while for users to show up where you think they should be in Canvas because of this.
Well, and that bullet point's good too, because we've had some tickets come in the last day or so. Hey, new user as of today, and they're not there. Well, they're not going to be. There's a lot of things that have to talk. And while we're thinking about it, Jake, I was sitting here messing around. New feature has come to Google Meet as well, so I can
Has it?
raise my hand.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
Great.
So if you're
Yes.
looking at our screen on the side there, you'll see my little hand pop up. So just know that that's a feature that's come out. So, all right, Jake, you can
Very
go back
cool.
to the agenda.
Where
I feel like the
we
dog from
home.
Up Today. Squirrel.
Yeah, it's one of those days. It's one of those weeks. It's holiday week, so it's exciting,
Yep.
and little disjointed. But all right. So we did the reminders.
Updates. We are aware of a Power School Canvas sync. The data that's coming from Power School is not coming correctly. I got to chat with Canvas support yesterday 5 times, and that's not all the tickets we got. We got to talk to our CSMs as well. No, we've got probably 13 or 14 tickets in Shearwell for this. We are aware of it. We're just kind of monitoring as we're getting updates from our contacts, but we know there is an issue with the data coming over.
And when we're saying sync issues, this is Power School schedules matching being matched in Canvas. So if new schedule changes have happened in the last couple of days, well, all of this week, and probably I think the last successful
The
was
18th.
so middle of last week. So changes since the middle of last week have not happened. Power School changes have not shown up in Canvas, is what we're saying. This is not grade passback, has nothing to do
Mhm.
with that. We'll talk about that in a moment. But passing grades from Canvas to Power School is not broken, right? There's no problem there. It's just getting changes in Power School schedules to come over to Canvas that is having some issues with syncing right now. Um,
So how this is manifesting and what we're seeing in the tickets is you get students who transfer one school to another or new students into the school and their schedules are not being updated. So you're seeing students with courses in Canvas from their old school. You're seeing students and even teachers that do not have their courses at all. Yeah, we're monitoring all of this.
yep. Um, the DLC credit for Canvas admins. That's we have a quiz for you for this month. It it's open now. Some of you have already started it, and
My
that's
bad.
fine. In order to complete it, you have to get a perfect score on it. You can take it as many times as you want. There are how many is it? 8 questions?
6.
Six real questions and two kind of survey questions. We just want to see the feedback for. Um,
Keynote though on this is we have an item bank here. So if you take it a second time, your quiz is not going to look the same. We felt as Canvas admins, we need to model some of this behavior. So we are.
yeah, so you have unlimited attempts, but you have to get the questions that you are looking at correct in order to have finished the quiz for this month. And we'll put them out every month. So in December you'll get one as well. Dino enhancements.
Yeah, so the link
So
there takes you to the updates that have been pushed out. To take you to the right slide. Yeah, that's my fault.
yeah, it
You
does.
want to talk about
It,
that?
yeah. So we've got new enhancements applying already, which means you can assign multiple teachers to a class and they can monitor the class at the same time. So if you have co-teachers, Power School doesn't give Dino the data about co-teachers. So as the tech coach, if you are a tech coach for your school, that's the role Dino calls it. Basically, if you're a tech contact, you should have this role in Dino and it will allow you to add people to a course. So you could add multiple co-teachers to a course and they can monitor at the same time. So this is a new feature that's pretty exciting. Um, and you can join and leave monitoring sessions without affecting the other teachers monitoring. That has been a feature we've been hoping for a long time, and it's quite exciting that that's there. So monitoring is just even more convenient now as a result. There is also a device activity summary that is in beta, and we are on the beta for this. So if you are a tech coach, tech contact, you would be able to log into Dino and see a summary of all activity for your school. What it would show is the top websites visited, the amount of time spent. And most schools, Canvas is the top website, and it is about 3 or 4 hours of active time. But then there's other websites listed there. It gives you a good pulse of what students as a whole are doing at your school. So it's a nice report to look at. We'll probably look at it more deeply, but it doesn't apply to everyone in this group. Not everyone at that's a Canvas admin is going to have Dino access. So we just want to make it aware. Quick announcement about it, but it's not for everyone. Um, that activity summary aspect is not not for everyone, just the tech coaches, tech
Now,
contacts.
if I'm not mistaken, if you are a tech coach and you go to Dino, that's the first thing you're going to see now.
Correct, correct.
So it'll be a different page that loads, and that'll tell you if you've got those rights too.
Yep. All right. The other thing, quarter one grading period was reopened for teachers to edit the assignments. Like we did that last week, as we heard that they were reopening Power School to allow teachers to edit their assignments for quarter one as well in Power School, edit their grade book. Um, the window to pass grades back to Canvas from Power School for quarter one has closed. So Power School is locked down quarter one again. Um, Teachers can still edit quarter one assignments in Canvas. They will be able to make adjustments to them, move them around in the course as they need, but they will not be able to pass grades to Power School. It's still important that they disable sync to Power School for quarter one assignments.
It's where you're going to see
Yeah.
this is if you're supporting teachers and they're trying to do their grades and they get error reports on the grade sync page, you're going to see that locked message. If you've taken the quiz, it was on there. That's the big one we're already seeing.
All right. So next, we're going to talk about the leadership viewer role in Canvas. So, um, so leadership viewer role is one of those things when you're a Canvas admin, you can go to your sub account and then click on admins, and you can add different access to
Settings and
see
then
your
admin.
yeah, settings and admin. Yeah, you can see all of the different people that have access to view courses without being enrolled in them. That is the most significant thing difference. Anyone that's in the sub account admin area, they're able to view courses, view users in the course just like a teacher would without being enrolled in them. And that is the most significant thing that people want this ability for. And Canvas doesn't really have a role just for that, so we made a custom role called leadership viewer. And this is the kind of person that just needs to see courses or just needs to see students, doesn't need to make settings changes to the sub account or modify the courses in any way. They just need to see what is happening in the courses. So, um, this is for people like guidance counselors and data managers, or any school leader that just wants to look at student data, doesn't need to be able to modify things. So we encourage you to consider that role if you have more and more people thinking they need access to view all of the courses at your school. So I'm going to go into Canvas and show you quickly. So if you go into the admin settings uh, for your sub account, I'm just going to pick our sub account here and
We're
go to, well, you're not going to see it in the video yet. The audio is
okay.
synced up with me on
No,
the live stream. But
okay. Yeah, that's right. My fault.
yeah. So from the sub account, you click on the settings icon at the bottom of the page and then admins. And from there, you will see who has admin rights. And you could add other people. And there are different roles here. Some of these were defined by Canvas, but the leadership viewer is the one that we are talking about right now. And that leadership viewer role would allow someone, like we said, to just audit what is happening for courses at your school. They wouldn't have settings modification rights. They would just be able to view. So that's kind of a good thing to consider for adding new users. You would pick that role and then enter their email address here, and it would give them access to just view courses for that particular school that you are working in.
And this could be if you're a school admin for Canvas, this could be a good opportunity to review who has access to what and
Yeah.
potentially make some changes and avoid the potential headache that could come if a mistake is made. Because if you're in this role, you know it could be easy to click the wrong thing to make a change and cause some chaos. This will give you that buffer.
Yeah. So we encourage you to use the leadership viewer role for that reason, uh, unless they actually need to be able to do things. So some of the editing that you can do, changing different settings in a course or for the sub account, that you could disable syncing, sys syncing, which would disable all of Power School and campus communication. You may not want to check that box. You might make sure that people don't check that box specifically. Enabling different features. You could toggle different things to prevent them from posting grades to Power School right here. If you turn that off, they wouldn't be able to, and that could it, we get a volume of tickets and we try to figure it out, and the course can't pass grades. Why can't it do that? And then we got to go into the sub account, and then eventually we dig around for half an hour to find out that someone changed settings they shouldn't have. So um, leadership viewer is why this is why we've added that role. So hopefully, as you are deciding who has access to things, maybe not everyone needs access to settings modification, which is why as you're adding more admins, perhaps consider giving them leadership viewer instead of school or account admin access, because they probably don't need to be able to click on things and see what happens. Um, so that's just something to consider there. Yep.
Jake, when I talk about building a form or do anything with forms, the question in mind is if you don't want them to make a mistake, don't give them the opportunity.
True.
And that's the same thing with this. Don't give them the opportunity.
Yeah.
So
So
I
anyway,
think that's on our agenda today. I do see we've had a few questions come in and a couple from earlier in the week.
um, yeah. So this is first off, we're gonna follow up with Whitney Byers. He had a question about Zoom, and from everything we were seeing, it looked like a multiple Google account issue, like we talked about earlier. So we've got this bit.ly CMS Google account, ACT, CMS Google ACT. That link will show you how to set up multiple accounts and just make sure that you're only signed in with your CMS Google account when you try to access Zoom. That will remedy most people's problems. So this one's a bit stale. I think Wit put this in right after our office hours last week, so we're not even sure if that's the issue. But Wit, if it still is an issue, uh, what should we tell them to do, guys? What's the normal?
Put in a ticket.
Put in a ticket, please.
Hopefully,
Yes, please
Mr.
put in a
Zoom
ticket.
gets it and takes care of it for him.
Excellent. So next, Donna's asking about Canvas and Flipgrid issues. Teachers suddenly
So
not able to see videos. What do we do with that?
Flipgrid is not a CMS supported platform. It does integrate with Canvas, but it's not something that we support. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, but it's not something
Yeah.
that we have any access to. It's a third party app.
And this could be any number of things. It could be like the students didn't share the video correctly. Maybe it's a private video that they put in there, or the teacher is on CMS Network, but they're not logged in with their CMS Google account. So they are being restricted from seeing the video. So a lot of things. It could be outside of Flipgrid, but it could be Flipgrid as well. And we do not have any way to reach into Flipgrid and find out what's might be the issue there. So yeah, that's hard to support. Um, Okay, so Adriana is asking about students not able to see the assignments, and she's now having to post an announcement to give students access to the assignment. Um, so we went into your course and we saw what you're saying, that students like this check for understanding lesson 20 that you have. The assignment is clearly published, and you're saying the students can't see the assignment, they can't get to it. The assignment itself is published. So you're just copying the text out of the assignment and pasting it in an announcement to make sure students get to the assignment. That, unfortunately, yeah, that is a way to approach this, but it's not the right way. If you consider what we're looking at right here is a list of modules. We are in the modules view of the course, right? Um, so the most recent assignment that you want the student to go to is in this module halfway down the screen. If One thing I would recommend, if you're on unit 3, perhaps unit 1 and 2 should be moved to the bottom. So if you moved these units,
Don't forget
you
we got
can,
that collapse all button now too. That's really nice.
yeah, but you can move the module so that the student's not bothered with unit 2 or unit getting ready or teacher resources. They don't see those things. You can move those underneath. It's like that's where you're meaning to be right now. The problem is students aren't going to see any of this. If you look, you've got published assignments, but the module's unpublished. So that's why students can't see it. The module's unpublished. Um, Took a bit of digging to get to that. So I had to check the assignment settings. I had to go to your announcements to see what recent assignments you've been trying to get them to, and then go into modules to see that modules was unpublished. And that would be why students cannot see it. An important thing to note, go to your settings or even from the home page and click on student view. And now you will see the course as students see it. They could go to the assignments page, and as someone, do you want to see that, which that was lesson 20, check for understanding. So we go to lesson 20, it tells you the message. You could have asked the students, hey, what's the problem? What are you seeing when you try to go to the assignment? What message? The assignment is part of an unpublished module and is not available yet. Those words tell you exactly what the problem is.
Canvas does a
The
good job of that
assignment
too.
is in a module that is not yet published. All you have to do is go to modules, find out where the assignment is, and make sure that module is published. There's your problem. So it's a easy fix if you actually see the error message. Yeah, that's right. We're defaulting to just show us a screenshot of where the issue is because the screenshot tells us what the problem is. And we can read the words in the screenshot and tell you what the problem is, but the words on the screenshot are telling you what the problem is. Go to the assignment as a student and you would see this. So, anyway, something to note, make sure that you are leveraging that student view whenever students are telling you something's not working in Canvas.
Yep.
Now, if it's linking off to Flipgrid, we can't, student view is not going to get you to Flipgrid. But to view the navigation of the course and see if students can actually see the aspects of the course, that's how you do it. Use student view. All right, so there's one. When adding Zoom navigation to Canvas, will students only see Zoom info if the teacher is using individual meetings versus using their personal meeting room all day? So, my understanding is when you enable Zoom in your course, it's only going to, for the students, it's only going to list the Zooms that you've scheduled for that course, not a personal meeting room. If you want your students to go to a personal meeting room, maybe on the homepage, put a link to join here to my personal meeting room. But the actual in the course navigation, if you enable Zoom, see, I think I have a course up already that has that. Where is it? No, Blueprint's not it. Here, go to my default. Here's Zoom. So if you enabled Zoom in course navigation, you'd see it here. And it's only going to show the meetings that you've scheduled for this course, right? So the topic is your course name and all of that. So it's not going to show your personal meeting room in this area. Like I can see mine, but the student would not be able to see that. Let me see. Let's go to student view and taste my own medicine. Make sure that works. Go to Zoom in student view. Yeah. Upcoming meetings, previous meetings, and cloud recordings. It will not show the teacher's personal meeting, that standing meeting link, it won't show that. It will only show the meeting scheduled inside of this course. All right. But yeah, it was a good question. And again, to reminder, how did I get Zoom to show up in the course? It's not by default, but I have to come down to the, well, if I can scroll, let's, why can't I get down to the settings here? Because my window is not expanded. That's why. That's really weird. I can't scroll down to settings in this layout.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen this before. I think it has to do with just the way my screen is configured for this. I don't think people will see this issue as well, but I just add /settings to the end of the course URL. To get here, normally you click on settings in the bottom left column for navigation, but my window would not scroll for some reason. So you go to navigation from settings, and then you would find Zoom in the bottom half and just drag it to the top, this top half, and you could move Zoom around. Maybe I put it down below underneath grade sync if I
Click
wanted
save.
to, and click save. You have to click save on this page to save the navigation. Once you do that, though, now Zoom is at the bottom of the enabled course navigation links. So, yeah, if you don't see Zoom, it's because it's down here disabled in the navigation. All right.
That save button has gotten me too.
Many times.
Yep.
Tofurkey substitute. All right, Melody, what you got? Is it the same? I'm not sure. And I cannot pronounce that. I never get it right.
But you know he's gonna look it up. Right? It'll be something
Yeah,
you look up.
indeed, indeed, indeed. That sounds good. Okay, I will check that out. Thank you, Melody.
Kristen Higgins, I looked, it's there. I'm not sure what you're seeing or not seeing, but I did go into your sub account. I hope I did the right one because I saw two.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's try. See which sub account she's in.
Yeah, David Cox Road Elementary. And I saw it under the admin there.
Yep.
Although I didn't think to click the link there, I went the long way.
All right. So she's in as a school admin. A school admin should see that role.
Yeah.
Huh.
And if you're working on this, make sure when you do add someone, be careful. I've seen people add the wrong like quizzes.next on there. So
I'm gonna pretend I'm Kristen for a minute and go to admin, David Cox Road. Go to settings. This is a way. This is like student view, but on steroids. We have the ability to pretend we're you to see what you would see.
mhm.
So when you go to add someone, interesting, she doesn't see it.
Oh,
Okay, we got to look at that. We will investigate. Thank you, Kristen, for
wow.
finding that out. So yeah, she doesn't have the ability to see the leadership viewer, but you can see home-based trainers, which is a custom role as well. So I'll figure out why you can't see that with school admin role, and
Okay.
we will address it. Thank you for pointing that out, Kristen.
Good catch, Jake.
Yeah. High
Thanks,
five,
Trish.
Justin. Zoom
Thanks.
info is in the Zoom 101 course in Canvas. Yes, thank you, Trish, for reminding us on that. So if you go to, we didn't talk about where's the Zoom 101 course. Where do we want to put that? So it's still not here. We haven't. But
No,
if you
and
go to the help
oh yeah.
Zoom support site, takes you to Zoom support. But the Zoom 101 course, we don't have any place for that in our navigation, so I'm not sure how you're planning to get people there, Trish. So
Well, and Trish, if you want, we can always add it to Canvas.cms learns as well.
yeah.
Well, Jake, I think you can handle this. I'm gonna dip out to get ready for my other meeting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. We'll
Yeah, we got
catch
this.
up with you in a bit.
Talk to y'all later.
Put it in CMS resources. Okay, Trish, we will do that. Um, just email me the course link and I will update that this afternoon. So you should see the Zoom 101 inside of the resources folder. Probably be one of these blue links or down here in the gray. The inside here, yeah, probably in the blue. But there'll be extra links is all when you get here after Trish and I huddle up and make sure we get this right. So you have an extra Zoom resource, just like the Canvas Grade Pass Back to Power School. This is another one of those courses we've built to inform our teachers on how to use a feature like passing grades to Power School from Canvas. The Zoom 101, same idea, how to use Zoom and how to use Zoom in Canvas. I assume is in there as well. So lots of good stuff there. And we will do that. Let's see. Sherilyn is saying, I am the Canvas admin at David Cox 2. I just noticed that I do not have access to the leadership viewer. Yeah, we've replicated the issue and we will test and correct that as soon as possible. Well, I'm confident I'll be able to get noon today. Just I can't do it right this minute while we're live, unless well, I guess I could really. So let me, yeah, give you an opportunity to see account settings and see what we're doing. This isn't personally identifiable information really, so let's go into permissions. We'll see what I got to change to make it so you can add the leadership viewer. So you do not have this view. This is not yours, your access. This is mine. Yeah, I think if I disable that, which would make sense, we don't want them to manage account level settings. I believe that's the one. Because the school admin has authority over that, which is good. Viewing is okay. The trouble with these permissions is I'm going to have to keep digging until it works, but I believe that's going to be the one. All right, well, disabled that first one, manage account level settings, which we were just saying they can't, and according to this, it was enabled, so that might have been the issue. So I'm going to act as Kristen again. Let's see if that works this time. And it's a quiet week anyway, so why not give this a go? Wasn't that setting? Okay. Internet is running really slow now. I don't want that roll. Sorry, guys. I know it's kind of quiet here. So I'm thinking through how to make this, what settings I need to change. The problem is the way these work. One of these permissions is preventing you from adding them, and I got to figure out which permission. It's really funny. There's no rhyme or reason. Just see if there's something that they leadership viewer has that school admin doesn't. Might be the next aspect I need to look at. View audit trail. That might be it. So we want them to view. We don't want them to edit. Sysdata. Why are they reading Sysdata? They don't need that. Okay. Maybe this time. Get back to Masquerade. Okay. Going over to settings. Admins. Add. Leadership viewer. We won. Okay. So now you have the settings to be able to add leadership viewers as we explained you would be able to do. So that's been fixed. You should be good now to be able to add users to that role and be able to do as we were saying there. All right, Connie. In the Canvas admin settings, should people have multiple roles in that area? No. You could add the same person multiple times, and the result will be that that user will have some of one role and some of another role. The same thing happens when a teacher is also added to a course as a student. It looks like they're allowed to edit assignments and do things, and sometimes they are, until suddenly when the page loads it reads that, oh, you're a student here, you shouldn't be able to do those things, and they can't. um, do not enroll people multiple times with different roles. You are not stacking access. You are just making conflict with what access they should actually have, and it will cause weird behavior. So yeah, it's something that's been around for a long time in Canvas, and it's one of the reasons why giving a lot of people admin rights is a little bit scary. Um, don't add people multiple times to admin roles. Give them one role and only one, depending on what they need to do. That's why we're describing the leadership viewer as the ability to do less. So you would give the person the leadership viewer, maybe if they're like a school counselor or something. But if they are just if they need to edit settings and um, do more than look at your Canvas sub account, give them school admin instead. Right. So yeah, you could remove school admin if they have account admin as well. I mean, really, the people that have those rights, school or account admin, you have rights to do all of the other stuff here and manage the people that are there. We are empowering you at your school to determine who should and should not have these rights. It is on you to make those determinations. We default add people by job titles, like our tech contacts get admin rights, and our principals, APs, deans, and facilitators. But if you've got other people that need access, you add them, and you are empowered to decide what access you give them. But again, give them only one role, not multiple. Thank you for asking that, Connie. So we see that often and trying to figure out which one to keep. If we're doing it as we're looking through, we're going to remove the ones with less access and keep the greater access. But that would cause the least disruption for that user, which is why we would do it. But you have a better gauge as to what role people should have. So we have given that power to the school. And if everyone loses admin rights at the school because someone removes them, it's a help desk ticket and we can add you back. But it's important to know that you are really responsible for making sure that the right people have access. And the if you're not sure, the best person to ask is your principal as to who should have access. But yeah, so we're empowering you to make those determinations. All right, Beth says tofurkey alternative. Gardenia, savory stuffed turkey. Okay. I do like, or Gardine. Yeah, gardenia, that's a flower. Gardine. I do like that product. They've been pretty good. Lightly breaded cutlet. Nice. Very good. Now what I got to do is find one that works well over the fire. Cuz I have a fire pit in my backyard and I definitely Thanksgiving has to happen outside for me. It doesn't feel traditional if it's not over an open fire. But thank you for the recommendation. I will have to look at that. Awesome. All right. It is 10:47. If you have questions, j.mp/ITPD office hours. And we'll stick around a few more minutes and see how things go. Amy, did you survive? Nope. She's
Yeah, I'm doing okay over here.
oh, okay, good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, did Justin have to abandon us?
Yeah, yeah, he had another
Yeah,
another meeting, but
that's right. I think I remember that now. Yeah. Yeah, just over here, you know, dealing with life. Yeah.
I mean, so Connie's asking, yeah, we have given you the ability to add people admin rights to Canvas. If something happens, I mean, it's because someone clicked things they shouldn't. Um, we have tickets that happen weekly where people click things they shouldn't, where people make a decision to click a button without making a decision about, or not even being informed enough to make a decision about the implications of what they clicked. This is an endemic problem across our district and in technology services and in IT strategies where Justin and I reside and where Amy and Sagan support us. We don't have the authority to say, nope, you don't get rights, you're banned. We don't have that authority. If someone made a big enough mistake, then the district would probably have to have some governance around this. But currently, we don't have any teeth in that. That's your principal. So if your principal says they need to be here and they make a mistake, your principal will be informed that they made a mistake, and we will encourage them to prevent that user from making mistakes in the future every way possible. But ultimately, the principal has to make that call. So that is on the leadership of the school. Hope I'm answering that as much as I can. Um, but yeah, Connie, yeah, the schools have a lot of prerogative as to who does what. We have added this leadership viewer role and wanted to talk about it because we are nervous about the volume of users that have admin access to your Canvas sub accounts. Now, it's only going to affect your school's courses. It will not affect the entire district. There are 3 of us that can affect settings for the entire district, and we are very careful and we are constantly discussing things that we do. But at the school level, there are a lot of people that have been given access. Should they? That's a big old question mark, and that's a conversation at the school. How do you commune with each other about changes and adjustments that you want to make in Canvas or in Google or in Dino or in Power School? What processes do you have? What protocol exists? Because we have been faced with nothing but resistance to establish a protocol at the district level on this kind of thing. So it is incumbent upon the teams resisting to demonstrate they can do that themselves. So
The
I hope
school
I'm saying
perspective
that
on
well.
Yeah, I was gonna say the school perspective on that. I'll say, so hi everyone. The school perspective I would say is I make sure before I empower somebody new to be in Canvas admin that I have a conversation with them about things that they can affect and things they can't affect and things they should be really careful with. So I recently added somebody who is like helps with our data management role, and I recently added them because I realized they hadn't been added, and I thought it would be useful, especially with grade books being locked and unlocked and all that stuff going on and assignments being locked and unlocked. So I added them. But what I did is I sat down with them for about 30 to 45 minutes and I walked them through how to look up a course, how to look up a teacher, how to look up a student. I showed them things. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. So I took that time to make sure that they were trained and they knew what to expect, so they would be less likely to be one of those people to accidentally click and make something happen that they shouldn't. But again, I love the idea of a leadership viewer for that reason, because there are some people who maybe they don't need that ability to edit something, but maybe they should be able to view it. So I think having that ability is also very helpful. Yeah, but that's just the school perspective. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Um, well, as we're wrapping up here, if we don't get another question in the next minute or two, we will probably end the stream. Um, yeah, Connie, that's a big topic. I'm sorry, I'm still reeling and thinking about it. There's a lot to that. We have over 150 sub accounts with Power School syncing courses and active students and teachers facilitating learning in Canvas in those 150 sub accounts. And we have enrolled or added over 1,000 users as admins for those sub accounts, either school or account admins for sub accounts. We don't have 1,000 participants in this course. We don't have 1,000 viewers watching the information that we provide about relevant things that need to happen. So I know we have our usual viewers, but that the number of people that are informed does not equal the number of people that have access, and that is disconcerting. Um, we are doing everything we can to communicate and encourage participation. Hopefully, these quizzes will help with that. But we would like to see more active learning happening for the people who have administrative rights to our Canvas account settings. So to don't want to end on that note though. Um, got anything fun planned for Thanksgiving, Amy?
It's just gonna be me and my husband, only the people in my house.
Excellent.
But we're gonna cook a yummy dinner, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna decorate containers for my grandma, and we're gonna deliver it to her, and they're gonna have little turkey stickers all over it. So she gets a to-go Thanksgiving this year, and I'm kind of
Very
excited
good.
about it because it's still safe, but she still gets home cooking. So she's super excited about that. So I ordered some really adorable like turkey stickers that are really
Nice.
adorable that are gonna decorate everything. So
Excellent.
yeah.
I'm
How
looking
about
forward to
yourself?
doing looking forward to the fire, of course, and cooking out there. I've been tasked with cooking a ham over the fire. That's going to be
Oh
interesting. They're done with
gosh.
turkey. Like the cooking a turkey over fire is great, but they just don't like turkey. It was the best turkey
Oh.
they've had, but they're not a fan of turkey. So I'm okay. Let's figure out how we can do a ham, I guess, over a fire. Um, but also, I've been scheduling Google meetings with my mom for every week for months now, and she's hooked. She loves video conferencing now. So
Oh yeah.
we'll definitely do some family virtual gatherings, which will be fun.
I've ordered the Portal TV for us and for my in-laws so that we're going to be able to have like full TV video conferencing
Oof,
during the holidays. So yeah,
that's
I'm kind of
awesome.
excited to unbox those with them and help them set them up today. So it seems like it'll be a great solution for that. So it's a way to be there without
Indeed,
having to actually be there. So that'll be kind of cool.
right on.
Yeah. So hopefully
That's
everybody
exciting.
has a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Indeed, we
Yeah.
we all need to enjoy take a break
Yes.
and enjoy the wherever you are. Um, I think you all have watched these videos enough to know that I'm constantly changing my environment a bit and surrounding myself with the things I am most fond of. So there's a lot of plants, and you know, just yeah, finding a way to make where you are a space you really want to be in is
Yep.
it's a good time for recharging. And if you can't go anywhere, this is a great way to recharge as well.
Yep.
But
Recharging at home is a great way. Finding your happy space
that's
or
right.
creating it. Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Well, you all have a day, and we will see you next week.